So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Andrew Cole, Jim, one of the strikers that defined an era in English football, wouldn't you say? His medal collection speaks for itself.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Peter, and I would put his success down to a strength of his that isn't immediately noticeable.
What's that?
His tactical intelligence, which allowed him to play the game very instinctively. His game is essentially about making runs in behind the defence or creating and exploiting space with his movement. But his ability to read the game and his anticipation makes him...
And he shoots! Goal! Argentina! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So, a breakthrough already. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's been shifted off it. Looking for the run. And that's going wide left. Now it's Batistuta. Nicely weighted ball. Argentina very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Yamal. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vitinha. He has found the way through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And he was quick to react. A probing pass. Can he get on the end of this? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Looking for options for movement. Gerrard. Now, can they get him away? Argentina are looking to break at pace. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Koeman clears without hesitation. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And that was nowhere near his best. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Spread to the right. Ronaldo receives it in a wide position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's it, 45 minutes up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Argentina just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Argentina looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Argentina leading. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
So a Barcelona free kick.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Neymar! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And he's cut it out. And he gets rid in a hurry. Cole! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's given the time to pick a pass. Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Aguero. Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. Tries to play it through. Nicked it back promptly.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Bale. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, it's a great ball here.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
It's a searching pass. Good read, needed to be. And he's there to belt it away. That's gone for a throw-in. Gerrard. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Aguero. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No, he's had it taken off him. Barcelona can breathe again. Just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Drogba unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Argentina really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And that will be it. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Argentina, honestly, could have done themselves a real favour by
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
And the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Cristiano Ronaldo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Can he spark a counter here? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Argentina are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Now it's Aguero. Aguero was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Romero is there, and he can pick it up. Gerrard. Now it's Ronaldinho. Well, they've got it again. He is through here. Robertson has it out wide and in space. He's gone for goal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ronaldinho. And this is Aguero. Great chance! And a neat finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And he's intervened well there. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nicely shot. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, good finish. Half-time imminent. What a time to score. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
Argentina cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And that has been cut short. Now it's Drogba. Messi. Now it's Aguero.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And the whistle goes for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're underway for the second half.
Argentina really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
This is a promising build-up. Argentina come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
So no flag here. He's got away. And it's Zanetti. Cristiano Ronaldo, never the sort to be shot shy. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Kaut. Now this could be a chance. Argentina do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Argentina really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Rijkaard. To Kaut. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pass somewhat off target. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That is good press. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he doesn't half hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Aguero. Nicely spread. Gets a good foot in there.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Gerrard. Looking tidy in possession here. Real chance!
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Can he finish? And that's a good finish. And right near the end, we have parity. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to...
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Your final thoughts, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cabarsi. It never...
Chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Argentina with the corner. They're first. Oh, good effort! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
This is a promising build-up. Gerrard, and he's got away from him. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And now the breakaway. Roberto Carlos. Messi. Messi! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Terengganu really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Ambitious ball here. Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Now it's Royce. He's found a way through. Royce. And a chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Great defending, strong and determined. Knocks it into space. And De Bruyne! Oh, it's come off the upright. He's scored! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Terengganu have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Koeman. Oh, good-looking ball. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Great ball. Haaland! It's bounced back off the post. He doesn't look too happy with that.
I think his reaction says everything there, Peter. Just a fraction inside. That's all he needed to be.
Throw in. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Royce! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
No, that's been intercepted. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. This is Romario. And Romario! Oh! Fantastic! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Terengganu are sitting. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Pass somewhat off target. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Little doubt, that is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Argentina can make their change now with a break in play. Played out towards the right wing. They get a throw in. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta. Pau Cuba. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Rice! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Can he get away here? Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Bale. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Aguero. And Kvaratskhelia tries to play it through. Has to go back here. Messi is always looking to break lines. Now it's De Bruyne. Hakimi. Can he get it through? No way through, so back it comes. Oh, he's been caught napping! Kimmich did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Great vision. Some resolute defending there. Nicely weighted ball. And the counter is on. That's the keeper's ball. Kvaratskhelia. And he's managed to get free. There's the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And he's quick to get rid. And that's definitely not his best. De Bruyne, who does have an assist to his name. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Hakimi. And the referee brings it to a close. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this one is pretty easy. It's got to be Aguero. How do you contain someone with the speed of movement?
It's Ronaldinho! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Yamal. Ronaldo finds himself offside. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Yamal. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Argentina are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Yamal, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Aguero. Now it's Yamal. Aguero. There's the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Argentina are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. That looks a good ball through. Aguero! Wonderful Aguero! About as smooth as it gets. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
Paris, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Rijkaard, taken back almost at once. And this is Aguero. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And here's Aguero. And he welcomes it in. And he's in on goal. Aguero! Oh, off the bar. Nearly, but not quite.
Well, was he a little smarter then, Peter, than he needed to be? I'm not sure he needed to cut it as fine as he did. He had enough of the goal to aim at.
And he's had it nicked away. Kvaratskhelia. Neymar. Oh, this looks sharp. Yamal. He has found the way through. Chance for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. We're on the move again. Argentina changed their lineup for the second half. A reaction, no doubt, to the half-time score. Argentina do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And here's Aguero. O'Reilly is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Cannavaro. And it's Rijkaard. Baresi. Now it's Yamal. Knocks it into space. Cafu picks it up out wide. Hakimi getting this one clear. Corner it is.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Chance, surely! Against the crossbar. And he's there to clear it. And it's Neymar. Lovely bit of skill. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Khan clears. Cristiano Ronaldo. He might be in. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Aguero receives it in a good position here. Yamal looking to play him in. And that's been slipped through. Aguero! Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nice looking ball. And he's cut it out. Cafu is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Aguero. Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that.
Paris Saint-Germain are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way through zone.
Great vision. And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's fabulous. Cross from Cafu. And it's hoisted clear. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And this is Aguero. Aguero shot a goal! Oh, he's hit the bar! Argentina are looking to go forward now. No, again there's no way through. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance! A whisker away from making it 4.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Dani Olmo with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, that's a key interception. And back to the keeper. Khan, always alert whenever needed. Cannavaro. And that is that. Argentina suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. So bring it on. Fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it. This is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So straight into the action. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, Ollie Watkins here is a really well-rounded striker, but what I really love about him is the fact that he never stops working for his team. He puts in great graft, and he's always happy to drop that.
Shapes to shoot! And we have our very first corner. Well, there's the clearance. And here's Gerrard. Can he finish? Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Gerrard certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Salah. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Gerrard! Oh, that is outstanding! A finish right from the top draw. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Argentina have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Oh, good spread. Vardiol makes the interception. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lindelof getting this one clear. This their second corner of the game. And now they can clear their lines. Spread it left. And the finish! And that is wildly off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Matson. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And Lindelof. Now it's Bailey. He's got away. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's managed to get free. Chance! And that's a good finish. They have come roaring back.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass. And we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Drogba. Barkley. Park Ji-sung kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Passing is crisp and sharp. Buendia. Watkins receives it in a good position here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Drogba. Always goal side. And the shot! There it is! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came...
And that is all they have time for. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Argentina ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. The second half is up and running. There's the shot! And that was very necessary. Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung. Oh, delightful ball. It's Drogba! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
I just don't know what was on his mind there.
Matson, Buendia, and Matson. Mings, nicely spread. Here's Bailey. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Bailey, given the lift of his goal. Barkley, spread out to the left. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Drogba. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Bailey, steaming forward at pace.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue.
Mohamed Salah! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? Now, can he find a finish? Can he finish? It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
McGinn. Onana. And Matson. McGinn. And it's Amadou Onana. It's Drogba! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So now the difference is 3. Gerrard. 4 extra minutes added on. Rogers.
Oh, great feat, that.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Drogba. And we're done. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required. So. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We are just getting started. And he was quick to react. That has been slung wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Nicely weighted ball. Gerrard. Now it's Aguero. Great vision. Mohamed Salah in acres of space out wide. Clark Salter. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he couldn't finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Cleared without hesitation. Argentina are looking to go forward now. Aguero. Mohamed Salah. Drogba. Drogba unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Now it's Drogba. Looking for the run. Oh, Park Ji-sung! Oh, it's come off the upright. Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tries from distance. Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Tries to get it clear. And it's Spence. And he's gone backward here. Gerrard. Oh, it's a great ball here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's Aguero! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Gerrard. Looking tidy in position. And he shoots! Now that is commitment to the cause. This is their second corner of the game. Cleared away. No way through, so back it comes. He's on it. Can he get away? And now they can spring out of defence. Oh no, what a... Can he finish? Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
He's going for goal! That is delicious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are purring, truly purring. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Things starting to look... And the referee says that is that for the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Argentina firmly in control at the break, 2-0 the scoreline. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, that was vital. That's going across goal. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Queen's Park clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Good ball, good take. And he was alert to it. Drogba dominates aerially so often. Oh, now he can run away with it. No, he refuses to take the bait. Played out towards the right wing. Mohamed Salah, looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, good spread. He came in hard, very hard. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Aguero. Takes on his marker. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And this is Aguero. Dealt with nicely by the defence. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
Space for him to turn and look. And he's in on goal. And a shot! It's a goal! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's Park Ji-sung. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And the finish! Goal! And there is his 30th goal. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
It's just really poor from a defensive standpoint. A very soft goal if you look at it. Everyone was busy doing the wrong thing. Someone's really got to be picking him up.
Aguero! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are disappearing out of sight. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Ah, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Aguero claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Steven Gerrard is capable of taking a game by the scruff of the neck and anywhere he wants after that.
Yeah, one way or another. He'll try from distance! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
And we have our very first corner. Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's really well cleared. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo! Argentina have their second corner now. He leaps for it! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He has found the way through, and that is expertly dealt with.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Diaz wants to run onto this. Shoots! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Argentina are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Desai gets it away. Well, the first goal came from this. And he gets rid in a hurry. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Wriggles his way through. He's found a way through. And they've been given a corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Gerrard. Very nicely done. And this is Judge, surely! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And that's a tidy finish. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Tries one from range! Well, now it's... Oh, he's been caught on it here! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was... And a chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Argentina get their fourth corner. And that should get the job done. And he was alert to it. And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. That is lovely. Shot a goal! Ronaldo! Superb! A finish of true class. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. It's turning into quite a gem, this.
This is
So, a temporary halt to the action. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. So once again, we're underway.
Argentina have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Batistuta, and he's found... And Batistuta! It's there!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Played into space, and that has been cut short.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
He is through here. Batistuta! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Batistuta is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bale has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Looking for options for movement. Argentina perhaps contemplating their next change here. Gerrard does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Batistuta. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Aimed beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. Shot could be on. And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. And he's heaved it away. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Modric looking to receive it in space. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And this is Shevchenko. Nunez is onto this. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Madrid really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Nicely aimed pass. Neymar. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nice looking ball. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Nicely weighted ball. Neymar! And again, he is at his elastic best. All hands on deck for this one. Oh, great leap! And it's in! We thought they were done, but never say never. Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great at it.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Argentina can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key...
And he shoots! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, what? It's Luis Suarez! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a...
He's had a shot! Goal! Argentina! Into the lead once more. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And that has been cleared. Argentina with the corner, they're first. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. He's shifting through the gears here. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Luis Suarez. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Messi. And this is Bebeto. Bebeto going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And this is Luis Suarez. Well timed, excellent interception. Bebeto, can he get it through? Can he finish? And needless to say, that deserved better.
Messi has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
They've played it short. Belletti. An uncompromising challenge. Argentina have the chance to go the other way. That's a lovely, neat pass. Guardiola.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Messi. Great vision. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, great leap! And he's quick to get rid. Ibrahimovic engages and forces him off the ball. Looking to play him in. Always onto this. Guardiola. And that signals the end of the first period. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Argentina are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So let's get the ball rolling. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Argentina come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Messi is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Aguero! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kvaratskhelia on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
Well, I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant, and he totally merits a third.
He looks a really hungry player right now. And it's Rijkaard. Passing nice and neat. And a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue.
Tries a shot! And he's there to clear it. And here's Bale. It's Bale! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Kimmich picks it up from the goal kick. Cruyff, nicely shaped ball. And that was very necessary. Now it's Aguero. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And this is Ibrahimovic. Lovely pass, but big chance! And no mistake. 2 to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Argentina now in a position far more desirable.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Now, can they get him away? And he welcomes it in. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Endrick. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was...
Endrick! Oh, good-looking ball. Aguero is herring after that one. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for the run. And he's intervened well there. That is ended up in no man's. Tries from a long way out. Good strike, quite an alarm. And there goes the final whistle. Argentina are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running.
This guy, Roberto Carlos, really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surged forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Kvaratskhelia. Now there, can he finish? Big moment, massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Argentina leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. That's been cut out, well played. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Argentina already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Kimmich goes looking wide. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he thumps it clear. Now this could be a chance. Gerrard. That's a little off target. That's really well cleared. Yamal. Now it's Gerrard. He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And this is Messi, and it's made its way to him, and he's managed to get free. He's having a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Pirlo with the short one. And this is chance for a shot! No, just not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Kvaratskhelia, a player who needs no introduction. Can he spark a counter here?
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
We are into overtime. So a temporary halt to the action. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Argentina leading by 1 at the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Argentina can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. The second half is up and running.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
And it's Roberto Carlos. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now, can they get him away? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, it's played into the area. And he knocks it clear. Kimmich with the clearance. And now they can clear their lines. Ambitious ball here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Still just a single goal between the sides. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Shot could be on. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And he's picked out the run. Neuer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Not the most accurate pass. And that is well cleared. Knocks it into space. Big chance! And yes, it's there! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Czech trying to keep this in. Oh, what has happened here? And he's there to get it away. Look at the space. He's having a hit! Voxgelia! That is fantastic! A finish of true class! And they've got their lead back. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Argentina leading now.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now he's got space here. It's a promising position. Roberto Carlos. Pirlo.
Munich really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Pedri. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now it's Pedri. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a searching pass. Oh, super ball. And we're done. Argentina have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Kvaratskhelia voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Steven Gerrard is capable of taking a game by the scruff of the neck and anywhere he wants after that.
Yeah, one way or another he'll contribute to the scoring of a goal.
Yeah, and when the going gets tough, tough seems to come easy for him.
Deftly away, Kimmich. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. It's loose now. Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Argentina with the corner, they're first. Bale ventures forward. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Shevchenko. Oh, a gilt edge! And Shevchenko! Oh, off the bar! And that would have been some goal.
Shevchenko certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
And it's Scholes. So it is still 0-0. Now that looks a decent ball. Great vision. And that has been cut short. Now it's Shevchenko. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here, Ibrahimovic! Oh, that's a waste.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Looking for options for movement. Threads one in. Neymar looking to receive it in space. Pinches it off him. Serginho defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. And he shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Argentina choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be...
Oh, good effort! Delivered low. Shot a goal! And he can thump it away. And he's quick to snatch it back. Batistuta. Out of play for a goal kick. Argentina making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's hoisted clear. And that interception was most necessary. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And we are back underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's...
Shoots! They've scored!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Now it's Aguero. This looks promising. Gerrard cuts out the pass. Argentina still behind thanks to that solitary strike.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Akanji clears it away. Throw in. No way through there. And the shot! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Hakimi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hakimi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more.
He's having a shot! Well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Bangladesh are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going.
And the shot! And it's in! Just 1 in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Argentina are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Argentina cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Big chance! And that really should have been that.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the 2-goal cushion.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Parley. That has ended up in no man's land. He has found the way through.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
And it's Marino. Now it's Drogba. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. This their second corner of the game. And a header! It's a goal! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat. And the shot! In he goes again.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Modric. Merino. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to pass it through. Real chance! It's hit the upright. Raul.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that is a little undercooked. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's